So I started following you when you was doing music.
Yeah, I remember you used to show love, bro. I
Yeah,
remember
back in the
word.
day, like I started following you was doing music, but then it's like you faded away for a little bit, and then you came back, and when you came back, it was kind of like more on worried about your health and the meal preparation, and just kind of like letting people know, it's like a
Yeah,
whole nother educating them different. You know what I mean?
yeah, bro. Yeah, life kind of did a 180. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I wanted to talk more about that, like how do we go from that to where you're at now, and then
Um,
and then why didn't you go back to music? Why is it that it's important for you to let people know? I guess in
yeah,
a way, what saved you?
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like 100% better, but I'm doing way better. And healing takes time. You know what I'm saying? Healing takes time, bro. But at 25, I mean, I've been rapping since I was like in my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? But at 25, I dealt with some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I dealt with a real stressful legal situation, and I was like fighting for my freedom. And at that time, I was unhealthy. I was in the streets 24/7, like literally, bro. I was like in the streets. Like I wasn't in the crib. I was sleeping in my car. I was running around, not eating home cooked meals. It was always fast food, drinking liquor, drinking cough syrup, smoking weed. Like it was just a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And I just like had woke up one day, bro. Like I had did a video shoot and I wasn't feeling good at the end of the video shoot. I felt like I had a little cold, you know what I'm saying? And when I woke up the next day, I had like the worst pain, like right here, bro, like below your chest, but above your stomach, like
Yeah,
right there, like, you know what I'm saying? And that pain was just there, bro. That shit was just there. Every time I ate, every time I drank something, it was just there. It wouldn't go away. You know what I'm saying? So I just like started losing weight because I was scared to eat. I was like 215 at this time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had went down to like 170 just off of losing weight. You feel me?
yeah,
Not eating, being scared to eat, going back and forth to doctors, and they do that little procedure. It's called an endoscopy, where they put you to sleep. They put the camera down your throat into your stomach to see your upper stomach and shit.
yeah, yeah,
And it was basically telling me like it just looked like inflammation. It's nothing to worry about. And at that time, when my whole life, you go to the doctor, you get a prescription, you good. Cold go away, flu go away. It was like, yo, this shit not going away. No matter what they was prescribing me, it was just getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
And like the pain wasn't just linked to food. It was like also linked to emotion, bro. If I get angry or I get stressed out, it'll like inflame. It's crazy, bro. Like it's hard to even believe because like you don't really meet people who have issues like this. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas just be having asthma or cancer. But it's like to this day, I never was properly diagnosed because the doctor was like, yo, you might have a hiatal hernia. That's when your stomach pushes up into your chest. You feel me?
yeah.
And come to find out now, 3 years later, I didn't have that because I went to a surgeon for a hiatal hernia, and they did X-rays on me and did a test on me, and it was like, yo, you don't got no hernia. Like we don't know what's wrong with you. You gotta go back to a new stomach doctor. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, yo, I ain't dealing with no doctors no more. You feel me? I try to go to like holistic doctors. You know what I'm saying? So I went to
And how
holistic
long was
doctors.
this? Like from the first time you felt it after that video shoot till you said I'm not
Yeah,
going to with doctors. Like how long was that process?
yeah. So I would say from 25 to 27. You know what I'm saying? I just
Dealing
dealt
with.
with the stomach. Yeah, for 2 years, I just dealt with the stomach pain. You know what I'm saying? It was to the point where I just got used to it, and I was like, "Yo, fuck it, I'm gonna just eat whatever I want." Because there was certain foods that would trigger it more, like
Yeah,
tomato sauce and greasy foods and shit like that. So I try to cut back and eat like like organic chicken, and I tried to eat like baked food, and you know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
just try to like stay away from the fast food and anything that triggered the pain the most. You feel me? But then I got to the point where I was like, yo, fuck it, like I miss eating pizza, I miss eating Dunkin' Donuts. I just started eating crazy again, and then my body just like started breaking down on me slowly, bro. Like I was just like losing hair. I was like dealing with arthritis pains. I was getting nonstop headaches. I was dealing with insomnia. I couldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was just like my whole body was just giving up on me. So I guess it was just like whatever stomach issue I was dealing with, it eventually like, just turned into something much more dangerous. It was like autoimmunity. My body was attacking itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I feel you.
So I like went to like a holistic doctor, and when I went to them, they did like some tests. This was at like 27. This was last year. They did like some tests on me. It's not like a regular doctor. You know, they make you lay down and they put like certain minerals next to your head and they lift your arm up and then they'll push your arm to see what your body needs, what your body's weakened. It's called the, what is it called? I don't know if it's called a nutritional test, a nutrition test. It's called something. And they basically was telling me all type of shit. Like you got gluten sensitivity, you got a soy sensitivity, you might have a yeast overgrowth in your stomach. It was telling me all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they put me on like 12 supplements. And I had to like take these supplements. There was one that was liquid, the rest was like capsules. And I had to take them every time I ate, 3 times a day. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So I started like, I didn't know about Dr. Sebi or none of this shit yet. You feel me? So I started like taking the supplements. I started like feeling good in the beginning. And I just started like losing mad weight. You know what I'm saying? I started losing mad weight. And they had me eating shit like chicken, drinking almond milk. They had me eating like salmon, like foods that I don't eat today. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
I
like
just,
it was it making you feel better, but you were still getting some type of like negative reaction with it?
yeah. Like in the beginning, it was like, oh shit, I got mad energy. I feel good. But then it was like I was getting worse stomach pains and I was getting like bad arthritis pains. And I was like, nah, like I can't do this. You feel me? So I went to a holistic chiropractor. I was just like searching, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where you in a car and you just like trying to listen to like, you ever heard of like the chakra shit? Like what people do the yoga to align your chakras?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chakras. So I'm just like in the car watching YouTube videos and crying. And I'm like, yo, I can't live like this, being in pain no more, bro. Like it's to the point now where I'm dealing with anxiety and depression. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So I found
Because
like a holistic.
nobody's giving you the answers, but you still got to deal with that problem every day.
Yeah. So I went to like a holistic chiropractor, and you know, they was like, yo, we could help you by healing your spine. By healing your spine, we're gonna heal your nervous system. By healing your nervous system, you're gonna heal your immune system, and you're just gonna be good no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to them for a little bit, and it was like I was feeling strong, I was feeling good, but my stomach issues was still there. You feel me?
Yeah.
So one day I'm like listening to Nip. You know, I looked up to Nip since I was like in high school, bro. Like Nip was my role model, bro. Like I had the victory flag. I had 25-8 tatted on me forever, bro. Like before he died, years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Like this was when he was still on the come up, like before Victory Lap and all that, right?
This is when he dropped Victory Lap that he kind of saved my life. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when he dropped Victory Lap, I was listening to the album and I was listening to Blue Laces Part 2.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said that shit about Dr. Sebi. That line, he was like, they killed Dr. Sebi. He was teaching health. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck with Rick Ross. He was teaching wealth. So like, I'm like, who is this dude? Like I started doing research, you feel me? And when I started doing research, I'm like, I seen this motherfucker on YouTube before. Like they had a video of him, but I didn't watch it. I just seen the thumbnail and the video. It was like Honduras man cures AIDS and HIV, I mean cancer and diabetes. But I never clicked on it because when you see shit like that, you know, America and society nowadays, they got your head like so fucked up that you thinking like doctors is the only way and medication is the only way, and if I'm sick, I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
And then
it's
you got so
like,
many like people just running scams, but there's no proven like they don't got a proven method. It's like they
yeah,
disappear with your money or something.
yeah. So I'm like, so in my head, I started looking for Dr. Sebi. I started doing my little research for the little videos, and I seen he had a food list, and I was watching some of his videos to see what he was talking about, but I didn't fully grasp it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like watching it, and I tried one day to eat straight fruits, and I'm like, yo, I ate straight fruits today, and I ain't feel no pain in my stomach. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yo, I was never able to eat without pain in my stomach. You feel me?
For like
So
3 years you were not able to eat.
yeah, without the pain. It was to the point where I got used to it. It's just like, fuck it, like I'm in pain. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop smoking. I had to stop drinking. Because those was the worst. Like if I smoke or drink, like I would get the worst pain. And I was like the biggest pothead in the world, 25, 24, high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I had to chill. Like I couldn't do it no more. So like, I kind of went back to like eating regular and bullshit, and it was back in pain or whatever, because it still didn't click to me. You know what I'm saying? So one day I was just like, yo, I feel like I'm about to die, bro. Like I'm in the hospital and I'm back and forth. I got the CBD prescription from I got my medical marijuana license. That's how bad I was, bro. The doctors were sending me to get like CBD and medical marijuana for the pain. You feel me?
But you already knew that didn't work.
Yeah, I already knew. So one day I'm like, fuck it, let me just keep researching this dude, bro. I just start finding more videos, bro. You know what I'm saying? And one day I was at the chiropractor office. I think it was the last day I was there. I told him I can't pay this shit no more. It was too expensive. They was charging me thousands, bro, like about a month. You know what I'm saying? Like $1,300 a month type shit. And I couldn't pay it no more. I was like, I can't do this no more. I got a mouth to feed. I got a car note. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just was sitting there, bro. And I was like, yo, it gotta be something, bro. I just started talking to God, bro. I was like, yo, why people sick? Why we gotta be like this? Like, why we gotta suffer? I know you don't want to suffer in God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from there, bro, to the day I'm sitting right here in front of you, bro, it was like, it's been like a puzzle, bro. That's unfinished. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I went to a hematologist to check my blood. And they was like, yo, your white blood cells is low, your red blood cells is low, but usually red blood cells low, that means something wrong. And white blood cells, it can mean your immune system is weak. But they said because you're black or Hispanic, that's normal. So I'm like, nah, no way. So he like, we can do a bone marrow biopsy to see if you have cancer. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Yo, that shit is like the worst pain in the world, bro. Like, they fucking lie you on your back, put you to the side, and they feels like they're drilling your lower spine, bro. They take a piece of bone out your lower back, bro, to test it for cancer. You feel me?
Dang.
So that shit,
just like, this is just process of elimination. Like, this is not them even having like, they're just like, we're gonna see if it's this, and if not, we're gonna see what else it is.
Yeah. So that the results take like almost 2 weeks to come back or whatever, because they gotta send it to some big time lab. So through this time, I'm still just waiting. You know what I'm saying? Trying to eat healthy or whatever. So they called me, right? So one of my homies I went to junior high school with, he lived across the street from me, bro. We was cool, but we wasn't like homies. It was like, yo, come to my crib. It was like we played on the ball team. We had kids. We say what up when we see each other in the hood. You feel me? So one day he was with his daughter parking in front of my building, and he lived across the street from me. And he was like, yo, bro, what up? Everything good? And I'm like, yeah, hold up. I got this call. So he stood there. He didn't go nowhere. I'm like, why is he standing there? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's standing there with his daughter, and the call lasted for like 2-3 minutes. The doctor was like, oh, we got your results. We got some good news and some bad news. She was like, you don't have cancer, but she said when your cells are leaving your bone marrow to your immune system, they're being destroyed. So you have some type of autoimmune disease. So I'm like, okay, I figured that. You're not really telling me nothing I didn't know, but you're not telling me the name of the disease or what it is. You're just telling me I'm dealing with autoimmunity. You feel what I'm saying? So my man's was like, yo, bro, you not. I told him the situation. He was like, yo, you're not sick. And I was like, what you mean? He's like, yo, bro, what you dealing with is your calling. And if you don't accept it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So he took his daughter upstairs and he came back downstairs and he spoke to me, and we sat in front of his building. I crossed the street and all that. And we spoke in front of his building for like an hour, bro. And mind you, across the street where he lived, that's where I don't really get too, I'm not too friendly with that side of the street. But I was so into what he was talking about that I stood out there, bro, for like an hour talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like with my guard down and all that. You feel me? And he just was like, yo, bro, you believe in God? Like, you believe in Jesus? That's the direction he was going in. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me hear him out. See, I'm like, yo, bro, I always believed in God. I believe in Jesus. I don't really read the Bible. I don't pray every day, but I'm like, bro, I do pray. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was just like, yo, bro, you gotta start reading the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, this is your calling. So, you know, I didn't pay no mind in the beginning, but then I just started like going crazy praying, bro, watching sermons. And he was like, he made me download the Bible app, and I just started praying every day, bro. And then I said to myself, like, yo, I'm gonna go deeper into like watching Dr. Sebi. So I just started watching this man videos, bro, and I started learning about the herbs. I started learning about the foods. You know what I'm saying? Because just for somebody to give you a food list and be like, yo, eat these foods, you know what I'm saying? And I start to notice as I eat the foods, I'm not getting that pain no more, and I'm starting to feel better. And you know, I just started learning about the herbs, and now you see me now on the gram, bro. It's like this shit is like my life now. It's like a passion. I got a passion for it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I plan on like once I fix my legal situations, I plan on like doing like him, traveling to Africa and traveling to Honduras and traveling to Mexico and trying to connect with people so I could like not following his footsteps per se, but just help people the way he helped me, the way Nip helped me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's like you might not be able to save the world, but by communicating with one person, you're able to spark a plug that, you know what I'm saying, is gonna help the next person and help the next person. So it's like I started selling the alkaline food. I was doing that, but I ended up losing my car because of like some child support shit. You know what I'm saying? It was hard to keep up with the payments. I had a Benz and shit, so I got rid of that, and I kind of like slowed down, went back to working and shit. But I plan on going full force. Like when this quarantine shit is over, I plan on going full force, like with everything, bro. Selling the alkaline mills, selling the herbs, making like natural soaps, and making natural like herbal tonics, and like having an online store with t-shirts and shit like that with Dr. Sebi on them, and my ideas and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that's good because it's almost like the Nip situation where long after they're gone, they're still impacting people. You know what I'm saying? Because the knowledge is left there, the videos are left there. You look into them, and I mean, it's the
yeah,
same answer in '94 and 2000 that is in 2020, as far as the food list goes and everything.
yeah, yeah.
So, how how long ago was this? Like when you really started changing your diet and you picked it up and you feel like you introduced it to your body as like an everyday thing? Like how long ago was that? How do you feel now?
I would say I really, really, really started going hard with it, and like the end of May, last May. You know what I'm saying? Like almost a year ago.
Mm.
But in between that time, I done relapsed about 3 times, and I didn't relapse because I was weak and I wasn't disciplined. I relapsed on purpose to see if my body could still go back and eat Boston Market, or still go back and eat a piece of cake, or still go back and eat what's something I tried before. It was something else I went back and tried before, and it was like, nah, my body wasn't having it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So so like even though you eat healthy every day for like a month or so, if that one day that you eat something different, it's like it goes back to just same reaction, nothing lighter.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I know I didn't fully heal yet. That's why I know I got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what it is. Like based off what you've done, it's not that you'll never be able to eat it. It's that your body's still in the healing process.
Yeah. But at the same time, I know people who weren't sick and they went on an alkaline diet, and they say like when they try to go back to eating certain things, their body rejects it. They'll throw up, they won't feel good, they'll get a headache. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with me, it's like my autoimmunity is still triggered. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's not as bad as it used to be. And now that I have the knowledge, let's say I go eat a piece of cake, right?
Yeah.
And I have like arthritis pain or muscle pain. I would fast for like a day or two, and I'll feel good again. You feel what I'm saying? Because anything that goes into the body could get out of the body. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But disease doesn't flush out as fast as a piece of cake. You feel what I'm saying? Disease sometimes is stuck in your immune system. And I'm reading a book right now called My Journey with Dr. Sebi by Mr. G. He's from Brooklyn, New York, like me. He traveled with Dr. Sebi for his last 2 years, and he took videos and he took pictures of Dr. Sebi. And Dr. Sebi healed his sister from lupus. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And basically, in Dr. Sebi's book, you learn a little bit more than what you would see on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like he was saying how Dr. Sebi like went hard on fasting more on his lectures than he did on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? Like at his lectures, he would basically like really get into detail about fasting and what it could do for you. And he would say our immune system is like a bully. It always want to eat. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, if the fatter you are, the harder it is to get rid of a disease. You feel me? So he's like, when you fast, like water fast with sea moss or herbs and teas, you're allowing your body to starve. And when your immune system starves, it starts to eat the fat in your body. And after it eats the fat and there's no more fat to eat, it's going to eat the disease.
So you got to work through a bunch of stuff before you really get to the disease.
Basically.
Yeah.
But with him, he was like, you see, I'm in America and I get the herbs from like a herbal spot, or I order one of my line, like the burdock root. I get a lot of roots, dandelion root. If I get the leaves, they're dry leaves. This dude was like really in Honduras getting a fresh leaf out the jungle, getting a fresh leaf.
Yeah,
You know
even
what I'm
the
saying?
water was fresher. Like I've read that, like I guess they got like a village over there that even I guess the village got placed where the water is the cleanest.
I just ordered 2 products from them. I'm waiting on them to come in the mail. I just ordered sea vegetables, and I just ordered something called the duck dust. It's basically guaco. Guaco is something you only can get in Honduras. You can't find guaco out here. You type it in on Google, it don't even pop up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I feel like his family right now, they kind of embarrassing and they kind of greedy and they all fighting for a position and a name and for money. But I know that the Usha village was something created by him and it's still ran by his family. It's not like his LA office that was taken over by a third party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the Usha,
that whole side is just like you said, it's just a brand. Like
yeah,
they profiting off the face on the LA side.
Yeah, they just using his name. But you know, everything done in the dark come to the light, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rocking right now with his family in the Usha village because I actually want to go there next summer. I wanted to go this summer, but this shit with all this coronavirus messed that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But next summer I want to take my mom, possibly my daughter. And you know, when you go to the Usha village, it's like I heard back in the day it was like 10,000 for like 3 weeks with him, but now it's like 1 week 1,500. And you basically like they make you fast, drink the herbs, you get like a light lunch, you eat fruit for breakfast, and you just get the herbs all day. You get unlimited supply, and they got like top of the line saunas. They got the freshest waters, that hill. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got all that, bro. So it's like that experience is gonna be dope, bro. Like I really want to go out there.
Yeah, I mean that's cheaper than like you were spending that a month on just trying to get your back fixed, and it didn't do much. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a better investment. I saw that you wrote a book that's actually on Amazon.
Yeah, the Alkaline alphabet.
Yeah, for kids. So what made you write that book for kids more so than adults? Like why are you trying to get
it's for both, but it's for the kids though. But like I got 3 ideas for books right now. I got the Alkaline alphabet, which I actually manifested and came up with and it's selling now. I have my journey, my alkaline, like my whole journey, like basically everything I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna put it into a book.
Yeah.
And the third one is gonna be just like a book for like the herbs to break down their properties and what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the Alkaline alphabet, I was in Whole Foods one day, right? And I already had the idea. It was already written down, but I didn't like go through with it and like actually manifest it and write it. But I was in Whole Foods, right? And it was a Caucasian kid behind me with his pops. And when you come into Whole Foods, it's like dates and berries right there. So I grabbed some dates, and the little white boy was in like, you know, he's sitting in the shopping cart. He was like, "Daddy, I want dates. He got dates. They so good. They sweet." And his pops was ignoring him. You feel me? He wasn't like paying him no mind. You feel me? So he's like, "I want dates, Daddy. Can I get some dates?" So he just kept pushing the cart. We ended up bumping into each other again when I was getting like some bell peppers and shit over there. And he's like, "Daddy, kept saying, Daddy, I want some dates. Like, they so good." And his pops was like picking up carrots. And you know, carrots is like very acidic, bro. They're not real vegetables. You know what I'm saying? They don't even use a seed to make carrots. They use a pellet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yo, I turned around. I said, let me tell you something. That little kid right there is special. I said, I wish at his age I knew what dates were. And the pops just laughed and kept it pushing, like he ain't even, you know what I'm saying? So when I went home, I was like, yo, that was like my confirmation, bro. I got to go full-fledged with this book. So I downloaded the app. I made each letter with the alphabet, and I contacted somebody on Fiverr. I don't even know where the guy was from. He could have been like from Pakistan or Africa. I just contacted somebody on Fiverr, and he helped me publish the book. You know what I'm saying? Paid a couple of dollars for it, not more than probably 150. You know what I'm saying? Had to pay for the ebook, pay for the publishing, and all that. And I just put it on Amazon. Like, I really got plans for that book bigger than what's been going on. Like right now, it's just Instagram and Facebook, but I actually want to, you know, put a suit and tie on and like go to these schools all over Brooklyn, you know, and just be like, yo, this is my book. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to order copies, here's some samples and like that, you know, just market it.
Yeah, because I mean, that's one of those books, again, going back to like the videos that they're going to be
Yeah.
just as important in 2020 as in 2030. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's forever. It's asset. It's an asset, bro. And at that time when I wrote that, I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
When I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, the audio book, I always connected to that dude. Even when I was younger, in my early 20s, I used to, you know, you know how A Boogie said I used to Google how to make $1 million. Like
Yeah.
we used to do, everybody used to do shit like that, bro. So this dude, Robert Kiyosaki, he always used to pop up, bro. So, you know, I used to always hear this dude say, yo, get used to having money in your pocket. And, you know, at that time, I didn't know what assets were. But now, when I hear this dude talk assets, and I look up on Google, like, ideas for assets. And, you know, books were one of them. I'm like, yeah, that was also a reason. I'm like, yo, it ain't about the money. It's more about helping the kids and teaching the kids. But I'm like, yo, that's there forever, bro. As long as the internet work and Amazon is there, like, my book forever will be making money. You know what I'm saying?